Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
You know, Jeff, I actually taught swim lessons for years in high school when I was a lifeguard, and I'm so glad it is getting to that season again where kids are out and learning, and it is finally a little sunny. Won't last for long this week, but it has been a beautiful weekend.
And it has so far been quiet. Hopefully we can keep it that way for a while. We have plenty of rain, to say the least, back in May. Nice to see some sunny, dry days and also some, warmer days. It is the season to see those temperatures heating on up. And at least for the next few days, that's going to be our main weather story. Let's talk about the forecast highs. Finally, seeing some consistency approaching the 90-degree mark. As I mentioned earlier, we've not officially hit it yet in Huntsville, and we're a little behind schedule on that, but we are going to be close through the rest of this week, and it's possible some of these 89s that you see here may end up 90-degree afternoons. And again, it would be the perfect time here in early June to finally hit that mark. We do start to cool a little bit over the weekend. The reason why, the rain chances are going to be creeping up. Maybe not necessarily a washout for your Saturday, Sunday plans, but as we reach the end of the week and head into the weekend, there you see that upward climb in the rain activity. Tomorrow likely will be another dry day. Wednesday, Thursday, very, very sparse on the rain activity. But again, over the weekend, starting to see that chance go up just a little bit. And as we kind of expand this out over the next 7 days, this is the current rainfall potential across North Alabama. We don't need it. We had plenty last month, but particularly hitting that weekend mark and early next week spread out over several days, we could be looking at a good 2 to maybe 3 inches of rainfall here across the area. Again, we don't need it, but nonetheless, it could be on the way for us, again, starting over that weekend time frame and continuing through early next week. Right now, though, there's nothing on 31 Triple Doppler. We'll stay dry overnight tonight, and I think we'll make it through tomorrow on a dry note. Today, we had 1 or 2 little bitty showers, and that's about all I'm expecting for tomorrow. The majority of us will be looking at a dry Tuesday ahead. Clear skies out there right now. Future radar showing that they'll stay that way overnight tonight, with a few exceptions. We are seeing some indications maybe along the Tennessee River, some other waterways. There might be a little bit of patchy fog that develops, but not expecting that to be a big problem as we head out tomorrow morning. Lunchtime tomorrow, some clouds will bubble on up, and not out of the question, 1 or 2 of these may develop into a brief light shower, but most of us will be just looking at plenty of sunshine again, along with those warm temperatures. We head into Wednesday morning, 6 a.m., clear skies to start. And then Wednesday afternoon brings at least a limited rain chance. Here's 4 o'clock on your Wednesday afternoon. We might see a couple isolated showers kind of pop up there with the afternoon heating, and that will be the main driver of those. Once we cool heading into Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, those go away, and then we may pick up a few more on Thursday before we start to see the rain chances become a little bit more widespread heading into the weekend. These are your lows tonight, dipping into the low to mid 60s. Enjoy that as we do get the humidity going up throughout the rest of the week. Those overnight numbers won't be quite as comfortable as what we'll have tonight. Starting at 66 in the morning, sunshine, and already 80 at the lunch hour, or at the 10 o'clock tomorrow, 83 at the lunch hour. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll call it mostly sunny, a couple puffy clouds out there, south wind at around 10 miles per hour. And that's going to put us pretty high into the 80s, again, close to 90. Might be able to hit it in a few spots, but I don't think that'll be a widespread concern. 88 for Muscle Shoals and Athens, 89 Decatur, Huntsville, 88 in Fayetteville. Also look for upper 80s, Scottsboro, as well as Fort Payne tomorrow. There's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. Again, that rain chance returning Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 10-20% will pretty well cover it on a daily basis at that point. Afternoon highs stay in the upper 80s, and those overnight lows getting closer to that 70-degree mark. We will pick the rain chances up slightly over the course of the weekend. Not looking like a total washout, but I do encourage you to check back with us as we get closer, just in case you have outdoor plans. I know this time of year there are a lot of those happening, so you definitely want to know the latest on those rain chances. We will see some scattered wet weather over the weekend, highs getting back down into the low end of the 80s, and likely keeping at least an isolated daily rain chance going throughout much of next week. Temperatures, though, I tell you what, still not bad. Yeah, we're going to be running close to 90 for the rest of this week, but certainly could be a lot hotter this time of year. And we're just not seeing that first big heat wave showing up in the forecast. We know it will not last, though.
Yeah, well, I'm really surprised. I feel like last summer, that first heat wave hit like before June even got here.
Yeah.
It was so awful and hot.
And this year's been a whole lot different, especially with all the rain that we had last month. And that'll help us for a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of moisture in the ground. At this point, some of that sun's energy is being used to kind of dry out the ground. Once that happens, that's when you really start to see the heat crank up.
Well, I'm not ready to see that.
No,
but
me either.
Thanks, Jeff. Well,